Hi friends, welcome to today's Valentine project. We're doing some more lip balm containers, and for this particular one, as you can see it right inside here, we're going to use some pretty papers, twine, and do a little bit of stamping. So let's jump into our project. These are some of the papers you're going to need for today's project. First of all, I'm starting with just a solid piece of cardstock. I'm going with the red color, of course, in the Valentine colors. This cardstock is 5.5 by 3 5/8. So we've got that there. Then I'm also using some 6x6 paper from this paper pad that I picked up this year from Hobby Lobby. And I have picked out two different colors of or designs of paper. I'm going to use this on the outside and the back cover, and then I'll use this on the front inside cover. And then I need a piece of white cardstock that we're going to do a little bit of stamping for to add to that. But let's get our outside cover, the base part with this cardstock ready, and we're going to need to do a little bit of scoring. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Up score trimmer. This is going to, first we're going to put in and score at 2 3/8. So that's right. It's not, it's before the half. So 2 3/8 do a score, and then do our second score at 3 1/16. So just beyond the 3" at 1/16. And this is going to make our book, and hopefully when we do our folding, we have everything lined up just like this. So we have our spine and then our front and back cover. And right now, it doesn't matter which is which. Now you're gonna need a couple of pieces of this designer series paper, and I've chosen to use the same design for both the front and the back. And these all four, this is going to be, so the front and the back, then I've got the inside cover, and then we're going to do some stamping on this one, but I've chosen a white sheet of regular cardstock. So all four of these are the size 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. So get your papers ready for that. My stamping, I'm using this stamp set from Stampin' Up. It's called Banner Year. I'm pretty sure this is retired, but I will put the name of this and everything, along with everything else, in the description. The reason I love this stamp set, though, as you can tell, it's got all the different holidays. So we're going to make use of this XOXO on the inside and this little envelope with the heart. When I had picked this out actually first to use, and then when I saw the paper, I thought, yes, that goes so well. So I'm also going to get some red ink out. So let me get my stamp set up. I am using the cardstock from Stampin' Up for this project today. This is real red, and the reason I got this to use as opposed to some of my other cardstock that I've picked up at other places is I love the thickness of the Stampin' Up paper, and I also love how it matches with the color. So I have the real red ink, and we're going to use that today. Now I can do a lot of matching, and I'm not a hardcore that everything has to be just perfect, but when you have it, the pieces, it is really nice to use. Now, one thing I want to be careful with on this is going to be our inside of our piece. And when we put this in, and you're going to see that we're going to actually be cutting into this a little bit. So I just have to be careful with where I'm putting my pieces. I'm planning to do the little envelope in the lower right-hand corner. That should be fine. And I think I'll put, oops, that's upside down. I'll do the XOXO up here closer to the top, so we're not going to run into this. And then later, if I want to do any writing, like, you know, a special message or something, I can. So let's go ahead and get this ready. I think, okay, let me do the XOXO first. And I love this red ink. Again, like I said, I'm going to try to get in the middle, but here closer to the top. Hopefully we won't do any cutting of that, and that came out great. I love that. Now let's try for the envelope. This is going to make a red envelope with the white inside of the heart. So we'll just do this down here in the corner at a little angle. I love to do angles because it's hard to get straight, and if I'm at an angle, I can say that's how it was meant to be, which is what I wanted to do for this. So this is going to be the inside piece. I'm going to just make use of my tape runner to put all the pieces on the booklet now. So this is my front cover, And so I'm just going to adhere this using my tape on all the edges and through the middle there. And then let's just line this up. Now for this project, I've chosen not to put anything on the spine. And I think you'll kind of see the reasoning why when we start doing the trimming and everything. I love how this pink shows up here with this red. And this is gonna make just a cute little packaging for some lip balm for a nice little gift. Okay, so this will be our front and back cover. Now for the inside, I like to put some more paper on this inside. It's not required. Of course, you can decorate yours exactly how you want. Just align that up. Looking good so far. And here we have our stamped piece. Of course, if you wanted to put a fourth piece of decorative paper over here, that is perfectly fine as well. It's your decision. And there we go. So this looks great to me just as is right here. We could have a little card with a thicker spine. That looks great, but we've got more, we know. We have already placed our paper, and because of that, it's going to be important how we do our folding to do our next step, which is trimming the little piece out that the lip balm can go into. Now, I've kind of played around with this, and sometimes I didn't put the paper on first, and I just cut with the cardstock, but then that leaves some unused space over here, and I just liked having everything covered up like this. I thought, hey, we can handle it. So what I need to do, I need to grab, I like to use my little trimmer scissors for projects like this, and this is how we can make sure we're going to be folding on the proper line. I do not want to cut into my front cover. Okay, so what we're going to do, this is the front cover. I'm going to fold down to that second, or I guess you could say it was the first score line, but it's so that I can see the spine along with the front cover. Here's the back, and look how it's uneven. That's because the spine. Okay, so we've got this right here. So now I'm going to be trimming into the spine, which is also going to trim into the back of this paper. And that's fine. That's what we want. Okay, so we've got it folded like this. I'm going to come down, and I'm just eyeballing it. But I'm going to come down about 1.5 inches. Remember, the dimension is 3.5. No, I'm sorry, 3 5/8. Almost 3.5. But I'm going to just come down. Now, I've got my trimmer. I'm going to trim up to the first score line. So I'm going to come to about right here and trim through all our paper to this first score line. And it is a little bit more challenging with the paper on here, but we got it, okay? So that's our first score line. Now I'm gonna go about 3/4 inches, and let's trim to that score line. Okay, so we have that cut. Now notice what it looks like when I open it up, but we can take this piece, we're going to push it forward and make a fold here. So let's fold kind of down and kind of, I'm pressing this because we do have our paper now, and look what it forms inside. We have our little slot that is going to be perfect for our lip balm. And I will take that right here. Here's my little chapstick. We're going to slide it in here. It should be nice and snug. And that's why the dimensions are very important in terms of how we do our scoring right here with those lines, because for mine, now, I think it's a standard size for lip balms. If you have any issues with your lip balm, then you may need to go to a chapstick or make some adjustments there with your spine. But now you can take a look here how this closes. From the front, we don't see anything. from the spine. We have that space there. And see, this is one reason why I didn't put anything here. Now we could go back in here and you could fill in some paper if you wanted to. And then for the back, we have that cut out there. Open up, nothing here, but we do have the cut into the paper, okay? So now let's go ahead and take our lip balm off. We're almost complete because when we had that in there, it kind of sits like this. We want to put a closure, and let me show you what I've got in mind for that. So what I want to do here, and this is another point that I want to make sure I point out with the stamping, is I am going to use my regular hole punch, and we're going to punch the holes right here, and so that would go through as well right there. So when I'm doing this, I don't want it too close. I don't want it too close to the edge, but I do want them in similar spots. So I'm going to carefully try to hold these two pieces together. As you can see here, I'm going to take my hole punch and I'm going to place it right about in the middle. Move it in just a little bit. And let's punch this hole now. It may be a little challenging. It is because I guess when I did it the first time, I didn't have the layers of the paper. I would either need to use my crocodile punch, or it looks like I'm going to have to go back and do these individually. I can clearly do that. I guess I can think of it. I made the little points where I know I need to line up. There we go. Basically, I just wanted them to be as close as I could right there. Okay, now we can go ahead and we can put our chapstick inside if we want. And of course, if you want to do any kind of message there, again, we want to be careful as we're slipping that through. I'm going to take some twine here. Now you could take ribbon or anything that you want. I just think twine looks so much like a Valentine, and then also the letters. I don't know. I just have a look for twine on that. We're gonna push this through the hole. My twine is wanting to unravel on the end. And then we can just take our piece here. You can tie a bow, you can tie a knot. I'm gonna do a bow. And have that cute right there. Just something very neat and cute. Probably got a little too much twine, but I always would rather use too much rather than not enough. And this is how this turns out. I think it's cute as can be. Can you imagine a couple of these put together for your children, grandchildren, classmates, friends, co-workers? It's just a great little happy Valentine's gift, and I hope you enjoy it and you get a chance to make some of these. They are so fun and so cute, and I hope that you will have fun and join me for the next fun little project.